Hi, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Golf After Hours. I'm your host, Mike Ratchman. You're watching this live on the Texas Golf Insider Network. Hey, listen, Dave's in town, so he's going to be joining us here right after the break. And folks, we've got a great show for you tonight. Guest star international golf writer Art Strickland, and at the turn, Joe Valentino, who's the marketing director at TGI, reporting on the Charles Schwab Challenge. Hey, both of these guys are going to be here. And folks, stick around for that because there's been something magical, getting the colony back to where, I'm sorry, the Colonial that was just renovated. And it was renovated in under a year, which normally goes about 8 months to put a golf course together. So it's going to be interesting to talk to these guys. They were out there today. And so we're also going to recap the PGA Championship. We're going to put another major to rest, and I'm sure we'll be talking about Scotty Scheffler as well. So we'll take your comments and we'll read them live. So we'll grab yourself a cold one. Golf After Hours. We'll be right back after the break. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Golf After Hours. Mike Ratchman here. Dave Roberts is in town. It looks like he's on the beach somewhere in town now. Gravy, what's going on, man?
Well, I just want to say it is good being back home after about 3 weeks worth of travel. But yeah, the background is where I'm going to be. It's a beach with a margarita in my hand coming soon. So I'm just starting it a little early. That's all.
Nice, very nice. Well, it's good to have you back home. And this time, I got to get a big thanks out to Valor Creek. They had their member guest championship this week. Day one, we ended up in fourth place. But I want to thank Gaston, Edwin Watts. By the way, I hope Gaston eats better. I heard he broke his leg, and that's not a good deal. Adam Grosh and his staff done a great job as always. One place they encourage is fun out there, David. You and I've had a ton of it. And if you have not played Baller Creek Golf Course, put it on your list. VG, hold it, VCGC.com. Or Dave, what's the phone number?
830-833-0706. And they'll
Check it out, man.
24 hours a day because they have the answering service and an automated booking tee time.
Yeah, and folks, you better make your tee times quick because they're booked every day. Stay ahead of the game, and that's really every place. No matter where you go anymore, Dave, it's like that. Hey, we got the Charles Schwab Challenge. Say that 3 times, Dave.
Charles Schwab Challenge 3 times. There, I did it.
Nice. Okay. I asked for it.
And I haven't even had anything to drink. The drink is right here. I haven't even had that yet.
So. Hey, the Colonial. It's newly renovated. We got Art Strickland and Joe Valentino that were out there today. I had a great media day. Those guys are going to be out there all weekend, so it's going to be fun to talk to Joe and Art. But I tell you what, they had to get magical, Dave, to get this thing done under 12 months. Pretty amazing when you do a renovation, especially from a Perry Maxwell golf course. And you don't want to rush those things when you're renovating. But pretty nice when you got that done, huh?
Oh yeah, and before we go any further, yeah, Joe, I'm at Shirts Beach. That's Shirts Beach is where I'm at. Joe,
nice.
Mine where I'm at. Yeah, there is a beach somewhere in Shirts. I know there's a few beaches here in Shirts, but we won't mention their names. But anyway, with the Charles Schwab, let's go on back to that, to the Colonial. There's some lessons learned here. If you plant the grass and redesign it at the right time, and then have it to grow in at the right time, and then of course you got to have a little weather on your side. With the budget that's at the Colonial, anything's possible. We find it you know, every too often that folks put the grass down in the wrong place. They go dormant over the winter, then they want to open it back up. It hadn't matured yet, the roots, and then it becomes a disaster. And it doesn't just happen on local level; it happens on national and world levels too, because there's such pressure because of all the new golfers and stuff. And with the PGA Tour event and the agronomy team, I knew that it was going to be close. But I saw some pictures the other day, and that place looks phenomenal. It is phenomenal.
Well, I'm really looking forward to getting Art and Joe on. I know they're, like I said, they're going to be out there all weekend. Hey, but what a PGA, man. The PGA
Right.
Championship turned out to be a hell of a deal. I mean, I watched it all day Sunday, and DeChambeau, he was running some magic there. He was knocking down putts that should have never been knocked down, but that's the way he rolls.
Well, it's one of those things with DeChambeau. I think people look at him in a different light now. The way he held himself, uh, with a lot of passion and everything, and making that charge. He made Xander earn it all the way. But it just goes to show you when a guy like that, and we witnessed that in 1991 when John Daly won the PGA Championship, when a long knocker is on, it's really hard to beat because they're playing a different part of the golf course that you normally wouldn't play. Xander felt that the week before at the Wells Fargo with Rory, so I think he was more in tune. And in his interview, because I mean, I watched hours of it. I went nowhere. I was so tired from getting off the plane that I watched hours of the PGA Championship, and I think lessons learned from the week before, and just to steady himself. I think that helped Xander a lot. Where DeChambeau, man, I mean, he even had the crowd roaring at him, and making the putt on the last hole, that was totally awesome. But of course, I was going for Xander, and I was scared. I was scared because on the 18th hole, well, he made a dumb
Same
bogey.
here.
Yeah, he made a dumb bogey on 10, hit fairway wood out of the bunker. He could have just laid up with a 5-iron and wedge in, and there'd been two-stroke. But there's a lot of a Shank eponymous, and that's the name of one of our guys in our one and done. Was sitting right there in front of him with water to the right. He's standing in the bunker. The grass is above him. He's on a par 5. He has to birdie to win, pulling out a 4-iron. That hostle's pretty big, but he pulled it off, and the rest is history.
Well, I tell you what, Dave.
The only thing that's not closed at the PGA Championship right now is an arraignment on June 4th, but that's another story.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, we're going to get to that in just a second. But hey, we were talking about his putting, earlier last week, and even weeks leading up to even the Wells Fargo, that nobody really picked him because his putting was really not all up to snuff. But here he is on the 18th hole, and he's got to make a 6 or 8 footer to make that happen, and he pours it in. And folks, listen, if you get a chance, Dan Patrick had him on. I think it was yesterday or maybe today, because I think everybody's now wrapping it up, and he's kind of synced in that he's won himself a first major. And Dan Patrick had a really good conversation with him. We have that posted on TexasGolfInsider.com. That's the TexasGolfInsider.com. And if you want to watch it, it's pretty cool. Dan Patrick's a good interviewer anyways. He's just laid back, and he's just got a knack for all of that stuff. But I think Scheffler is a very good major winner and well-deserved. I mean, he's always just, he's had his Sundays that he's fell apart. And, we're seeing that with Morikawa now. I mean, Sunday comes around and he's doing the same thing, but good for him. He's a good guy. And folks, watch the interview. If you get a chance to do it, the TexasGolfInsider.com. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and that trophy was pretty heavy because I was watching the interviews afterwards and the picture taking. And he had to put it down several times, and that thing is about almost as twice. He's twice the size of the. That's a heavy trophy there, and the one.
Well, hey, David, he did talk about that too, about the trophy. He says that's a replica. He said the real one is much bigger than that. And I did take a look at it, and then the real one is much larger than the one he got. But Dan Patrick asked him, he says, So was there any liquor flying through that thing? And he opened it up. He opened it up, and he says, "Quite a bit." And he says, "All I can tell you is the next morning." He said, "I'm not a big drinker." He says, "But the next morning, he says I felt a little pain." So pretty cool.
$4.5 million worth of it, baby.
Hey, so I had a little fun today. I was, Scotty Scheffler. He kind of, I thought it would consume the whole weekend because of Scotty Scheffler getting picked up. I mean, it did get a lot, but once the weekend came around, then Scotty started coming around. So what I did is I put together a couple photos, and I don't know if you had a chance to take a look at them. Hey, folks, maybe you can, tell us, who do you think, takes the better mug shot? Was it Scotty Scheffler or was it Tiger Woods? So when you see these and you want to comment on it, go right ahead. Because I don't know what your vote would be, Dave. Was it Scotty?
Yeah, of course it's going to be Scotty because, when he got his mugshot, he went right to the cell, started working out and stretching. Where else in America can you get arrested for going by a barricade, go to a cell, stretch out, 2 hours later, you get a police escort to go by the barricade that you ran to get arrested by in the first place? Only in America.
Okay.
Or should I say, Kentucky.
Hey, no, folks, listen, you've seen, yeah, but he's very calm and cool. I mean, it's just, that's him, right on the golf course.
Yeah, but you take a look at the Tiger one. Tiger was, he was 3 shades to the pain medicine when he got his. So he was looking pretty wretched would be a good thing. He looked better after Aaron hit him in the head with a 9-iron. So,
well,
yeah.
All I can tell you is that I'm voting Scotty because I look at Tiger. Tiger looked like he had gone through the ringer or somebody beat him up or something. But Scotty was like, get me to my cell so I could work out and get back on the golf course.
It's amazing to me because, things Scotty will do to become the #1 golfer. He wanted to be just like Tiger. So there you go. There's another piece of the chapter right there.
Good point. Very good point. Hey, Gravy, we got to take ourselves a real quick break. When we come back, folks, don't go away. Art Strickland is going to be joining us. He's out at the Colonial. He's been out there all day and find out what's going on. And it's probably him being knowing that he knows Scotty Scheffler fairly well. Maybe we can get something out of him as well. Hey, if you haven't grabbed yourself a cold, go get one right now. We'll be right back after the break.
Just minutes north of San Antonio on Highway 281, you will find Valor Creek Golf Club in Blanco, Texas. Valor Creek is now offering stay-and-play packages starting at $150 per person per night. Relax in the beautifully furnished Tuscany Heights condominium and walk out your front door and play one of the Hill Country's premier semi-private golf courses. So break away from the city and make Valor Creek the perfect getaway. For a peaceful weekend or family outing, call us now at 830-833-0706 or go to www.bcgc.golf. That's bcgc.golf.
Welcome to the Scott Schreiner Golf Course in the heart of Kerrville, where the beauty of the Hill Country meets the thrill of the game. Experience golf like never before on a meticulously designed 18-hole course, a golfer's paradise surrounded by nature's splendor. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just getting into the swing of things, our course caters to all skill levels, guaranteeing you have a top-notch golf experience. Discover Scott Schreiner Golf Course, where passion meets play in the heart of the Hill Country. Book your tee time today and let the adventure begin.
Landa Park Golf Course offers an exceptional golf experience to players of every level. This newly redesigned 18-hole public course, nestled along the Comal River, combines a challenging layout with spectacular Texas Hill Country views. Located in the heart of historic New Braunfels, Landa Park Golf Course is convenient to players from Dallas to San Antonio and everywhere in between. Escape the routine. Call the Pro Shop to book your tee time today or visit us online at landaparkgolfcourse.com.
Are you ready to treat you and your friends to a great golfing experience? If so, it's time to tee it up at the Club at Star Ranch. Located in Hutto, just 30 minutes from Austin, the Club at Star Ranch offers manicured fairways, pure putting greens, and multiple tee options for all skill levels to enjoy. Home of the 4-hour round, the Club at Star Ranch is rated 4.6 stars and strives for course consistency so you and your friends can enjoy that golf experience you deserve. The Club at Star Ranch, where your next round awaits.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back in Golf After Hours. Mike Ratchman here, Dave Roberts. We're still trying to hunt down Art Strickland. Hey, isn't that kind of his MO now, hunting down Art?
Yes, it's like Goodwill hunting is good art hunting now.
Hey, listen, I see the Shank is here. AJ is
That's
watching.
right.
Joe V is about ready to come on. We have Karen K, who is joining us as well. Welcome, Karen. We haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. Hey, Dave. So we got this is crazy. Okay, I want to step back and just talk a little Bryson DeChambeau. All right.
Okay.
Here's a guy who, what's his average? 348-yard drives. Is that what his deal? Okay, tell me what you think just take a guesstimation what he can hit a 6-iron.
220 yards.
248 yards. A 6-iron. I bust a yank. We hit it for 150. And here's a guy who's, Dave, can he last this long? If he keeps, we've seen what happened to Tiger. Tiger, let's admit it, Tiger's broken. He really is busted up. He swung, what was his club speed at one time? It was probably off the charts.
Yeah, he is up in the upper 130s at that, and with that, the ball speed's like almost 200 miles an hour. That's stuff from the long drive champs. The guys that can't play golf very well, but they could hit it far.
Yeah.
DeChambeau is a modern day John Daly, and if y'all take a look at John Daly, he had to take a little alcohol break, but he took a break from the tour a little bit. Hurting. You take a look at also. You took a look at Nick Faldo, had to retool his swing because he started bulking up. David Duval, Tiger Woods. We could just go on with a lot of guys who bulked up. Will it last long? Well, being in the LIV Tour where you only play 14 tournaments a year and then 4 majors, that's 18 out of 52 weeks. But last year, if you remember correctly, Bryson started getting into the World Long Drive Championship, and that's just a whole nother puppy. Our body's not made to do that so many times because it's not just the 72 shots or the 66 or 63 that you hit during the round, and that's 4 days, and then you've got a practice round and a pro-am, but then you got your practice time too. And I'm looking this way. If you take a lot of the sweet swingers of the game, and I'll give you one that you'll probably like, Bruce Litsky, who always took the summer off, beer drinking, relaxing, and if you take a look now, and we'll go with Bryson DeChambeau because he's a classic example. If you look at today's tour players, more of them are missing tournaments due to back injuries and things like that. But in the old days when you and I were young pups, well, you're an older pup than I am, but I'm a younger pup. So I'd be a mid pup. So anyway, those guys, Lee Trevino, Jack Nicklaus, Arnie, all of them, they played week in and week out. And then afterwards, instead of going to the workout trailer, they went to the club. And look how long they played. You take a look at today's guys, Bryson DeChambeau and some of the other guys, Morikawa, he was out for a while. And then you got Lee Westwood and some of these other guys who love to work out. Rory changed his way and missed a little time. So
Yeah, but you know how
is it worth it?
there's difference. Like Rory, he's got that power too, and we'll see how long he can pull out. DeChambeau he goes after it like nobody I've ever seen before. I mean, he's one of these guys that has that swing. And, I played with one of those guys who had that same swing this last weekend. Knocks the ball a mile, but so he puts a mile as well. And, but, some of those guys, I just don't know how you last very long. Hey,
When
folks,
you're
listen,
on, you're on, because it's about timing, Mike. How many times that you and I played and you were swinging like Conan the Barbiturate, and I told you slow down and just take an easy swing, and the next thing you know, you started hitting it very well because see your body. Think of it this way, golfers out there. Think of it this way: if you threw a bucket of water, that had water in it, and you were throwing it sideways like I'm moving now, would you throw it like DeChambeau or Chapelet?
I don't know. There's people out there trying to mock DeChambeau. I don't think you could do that. I don't see too many swings.
Yeah,
Too
well,
many, too many players out there swinging like that, or that kind
that's
of
why they
swing.
have chiropractic guys on site
Yeah.
at some of those tour events because I think they're chasing the dollar. And it's fun to watch the ball go a million miles, but at what cost to your body? Tiger is a classic example. He's a very classic example of that. Greg Norman, I don't like to speak his name, but he's another one. He got, he was like the All-American good-looking guy and hit the ball a mile in his time, and he didn't last long. And of course, he can't play full 72 holes. That's why it's called Live Tour 54, but we won't say that out loud.
But listen, it doesn't seem 72 holes does not seem to affect our guy. I mean, it's Bryson blew it off like there, and this is just another 18 holes.
I don't know what he did in the Masters. I know he wasn't in the top 10, but
Okay, here's a break. Ellen thinks, or AJ probably looks like Tiger is probably winning the mug shot. Let's see who else is. Karen says Scotty. Scotty does the better mug shot. I gotta go with Karen.
I think Joe Valentino, who we're going to have on, and you can inquire person to person with him in a few minutes, but he said that Tiger looked like a night after leaving Ratchman's house. And I have slept on the synthetic green before, and I know what that looks like.
I think there's a few people online that are chiming in can say the same thing. We've had a few people
it's so funny
on that group. They'll be at my house several times.
Hey,
and
Kevin
had way
Denver
too
would
much
never
fun.
think that Southwest Greens, where your dream begins, was me passing out on your Southwest Green.
Well, we got photos of that. I mean, one of these days I'm going to show those when I really need a favor.
Like when I don't give you a favor. Come on.
Hey,
don't tell our sponsor that.
Johnny, did you say Art's in? If Art's in, you can bring him in.
No Art. He's like the Mona Lisa. He's missing.
Maybe no Art.
No Art.
No Art yet. Okay.
Well, he's a busy man because the Colonial is going up, kicking off and stuff, and a lot of interviews and stuff, and I understand that. And
well, I was just, and again, working at, and I know Art's the worker out there, International Art Strickland. He's all over the place. I didn't know if he was at the PGA. I was going to ask him about that as well. See if, hey, so let me ask you, where's your next stop, Davey? I mean, how long are you going to be in town?
I'm going to be in for a couple of weeks. I'm going to enjoy the Memorial Day weekend. I'm going to play actually 2 golf tournaments this week, Friday and or Saturday and Monday. Going to bowl in a tournament. I'm playing Starkey Park before they close it. I was invited to a 2-person thing. I don't know why. That guy must be kind of crazy. And then I've got a little shootout at Lackland Air Force Base, which, folks, if you haven't been out there lately, Robert Vasquez is just tearing it up out there. The place is looking great. Look on San Antonio Golfers, see the pictures. Or look at, matter of fact, Robert Vasquez's Facebook page. He's been posting some videos. Blackman looks good. But then I've got a bowling tournament Friday night being AJ, and then I've got a bowling tournament on Sunday with my former team. Former, we just finished the league. And then I got a week of rest, and I'm off to, we'll be broadcasting live the middle of June. We're going to be going to Ellsworth and Minot, which is the Dakotas. We'll be out there, up there, because now they're finally open because of all the snow. After that, we'll be heading out to Nebraska. And then in early August, folks, we're going to be doing the show live. That's why I have the lights on behind me. We're going to be broadcasting live from Alaska the first week of August.
Nope, you don't have to. Is he in? All right, we got a short little meeting with Art.
Look,
Art, what is going on? We've been trying to
it's
hunt
the
you
art
down,
of
but
golf travel.
we know you're. We know you're out there, man. Tell us what's going on out at the Colonial. Art Strickland here, international golf writer, and does some stuff for the Texas Golf Insider as well. I'm glad you got to break away and come on for a few minutes.
Fellow nominee at the Texas Golf Hall of Fame, Mike Rachman. Fellow nominee.
Well, the word came out last week, Art. It's. I want to thank everybody. Really, thanks for bringing that up, and you as well, man. You were a nominee as well, and we found out last week that it's being nominated was very cool. Wouldn't you say?
I agree, and at least we weren't in jail like Scotty Scheffler, so we had a good week all together.
We really did. We really did. Hey, tell us a little bit. We don't have much time, Mark, but tell us a little bit about the Colonial. Dave and I were talking just a little bit about how the course might be looking. This thing was put together in less than a year, and so I'm going, God, you're out there. Tell me, is it playable? Because the guys playing this week are going to be the first to play on the golf course.
Yeah, I think it is very playable. Gil Hanse, once again, shows that he's super talented. Less than a year to do it. Did a great job on it. It's brought back to the old school. The bunkers are very rough cut. The bunkers are more of a hazard now, not just an ornamental, concern. So 8 is dramatically different. Was a very benign par 3. Now 210 yards from the back tees can really be a man eater. Lengthen a little bit. Greens are tougher. 13, the par 3 is tougher. So I talked to Ryan Palmer today. Ryan Palmer told me if somebody shoots 14 under par this week, and last week you won at 21, he said somebody shoots 14 under par, you'll win about 3 or 4 shots this week.
Wow.
That's how tough it is. He goes, I would take 8 under par right now, and I'd be just fine with that.
And as soon as you say that, right, then all of a sudden, the golfing gods are going to go, okay, Art, you just missed the cut.
I'm going to go out on a big limb here saying
that's a big limb there, Tarzan.
Will not be under par. The cut will not be under par, and single figures could definitely win this thing.
Wow.
No kidding. Wow. I tell you what, Art, it looks beautiful. I mean, all the photos. I've seen some. I had, and we're going to show a video here after the break. But I've seen a real nice video. Ryan Palmer was kind of narrating it a little bit on what it took to build that thing. So you're saying over par is going to be the cut too, huh?
I can say, these guys are really good, and the forecast for the weekend is supposed to be good. But we got a ton of rain today. We're expecting more rain tomorrow. I just think it's going to be tough for these guys, but that's how good they are. Would it surprise me if someone shoots 65 tomorrow? Not at all. That's how good these players are, but I didn't think it's a tough course, brought it back to the 30s and 40s and 50s, and that's what you're really looking for.
Well, when they did the redo, you were out there today. I remember just a few years back, it was a golf course where you had to hit all the shots. You had to go left to right, right to left. There was long, there was short that would challenge you. Is that still true after all these renovations?
It really is. And one of the things I think very interesting, and Dave, you've been in the business a long time, he took out more than 24 bunkers off out of the golf course and replaced them with grass bunkers. And what he said is grass bunkers, amateurs like us, or like Richmond for sure, hate to hit out of sand. Sand is not our friend when it comes to golf, but pros love the sand. The pros aim for the sand because that's how good they are. But with grass, the ball could come out at a different trajectory. Ball could come out without a lot of spin. So a lot of grass bunkers, you're not going to have a consistent pace when the ball comes out. So really interested to see how all that comes out. But what Gil told me, I'm making it harder for pros and I'm making it easier for amateurs. So we'll see if that's the case this week.
Well, I'm looking forward to coming on up and playing with you, Art. I know you can get me on. So next time I'm up there.
But maybe some other time.
Hey, listen, real quick, I got to ask you this. Yeah, how about your man, Scotty Scheffler? I know it really kind of took a big part of Thursday and Friday leading into Saturday. There was a lot of talk and stuff like that. Has it all died down, and have you had a chance to talk to Scotty about it?
I haven't talked to Scotty. He wasn't out here today. Didn't play in the Pro-Am. Not doing any pre-tournament press conferences. But I don't think it's turned down. One thing that is interesting, and these guys love to goof on each other. It's a big fraternity, and so I asked Ryan Palmer what he was going to say to Scotty. He goes, "Oh, I got some stuff planned." And so I talked to Jordan Spieth, who's known him forever, and I said, "What do you got planned to say to Scotty?" He goes, "Well, it might be a little too soon, might be a little fresh on the wound right now, but don't worry, my time's coming this year." So I talked to a player agent. He said, without a doubt, you'll see a free Scotty t-shirt show up in his locker sometime this year.
Well,
Seeing
I ordered
Dave
one, I ordered Adam one, I ordered myself one. So we'll be wearing some Scotty stuff.
If it was me out there playing, I would be playing alongside Scotty, and he'd hit it a little bit into the woods, and I'd say, "Hey, bud, sorry you just got handcuffed." That would be me. Now,
Well, hey, Art, we got about a couple minutes left. Talk a little bit about what's going on with the art of golf travel.
Hey, well, I'll be happy to. We just got back from an incredible Scotland trip last week. 10 courses, 8 days. Unbelievable Muirfield, Royal Troon, St. Andrews. Really a great trip. So we've got U.S. Open at Pinehurst coming up next week. We're playing golf at Pinehurst. We're going to the tournament at Pinehurst. There's 10 courses there. We're having dinner, so that's going to be good. But we've got a great trip coming up in July, and we've still got a couple of spots open. It's for Pebble Beach, spectacular Pebble Beach.
Nice.
We're going to be there the 28th through the 31st of July. We're playing Pebble, playing Spyglass, playing Spanish Bay, and we're playing the new Tiger Woods design Peter Hay Par 3. So
how can they know more?
You can join us at Pebble Beach, join us at the Broadmoor in Colorado Springs in August, and join us at Bandon Dunes. So all the details, www.theartofgolftravel.com. Theartofgolftravel.com.
Okay, my brother Jerry is watching right now, and he's looking to maybe take a trip with you at the Masters. Can you get him in?
I can get him in. I can get him a steak dinner before he goes, and I can get him a house 15 minutes from the golf course. I can do all that for Jerry, and because he's your brother, I'll charge him twice as much.
Nice. Now, will he be able to play some golf while he's out there too?
In Augusta?
No, not in Augusta. Maybe some golf courses.
No, they're different. We've got some golf courses. In fact, we did that. We've done that with other players. We played some of the courses in that area. A lot of good golf courses. we've actually gone a couple of days to Hilton Head, played like 2 days in Hilton Head, and then come down to Augusta and done it that way. So golf for Jerry, Masters, steak dinner, and a luxury house to stay in. It doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah, I know it's all first class, Art. You guys getting great reviews, and everybody comes back to do it again. Now it seems like several people are now taking different trips. The same groups are taking different trips with you, so it's
Yeah.
really good to hear.
We did that at Scotland. We had some repeat visitors. Who's going with us to Pinehurst, who Mike, is Steve Moore, who was the head of the Convention and Visitors Bureau in San Antonio for a long time.
That's
and really
right.
helped kick off the golf boom. He's the guy that got Hyatt Hill Country going. He got Walk and Terror going. And so he's going to Pinehurst with us, Steve Moore and his wife. So, yeah.
Very nice. Well, hey, by the way, I'm just getting your information. My brother said he'll be calling Art soon.
Come on. Tell him that Augusta's waiting for him. Just leave his cell phone at home. They're very strict on that. He'll be in the Scotty Scheffler Crossbar Hilton if he tries to use his cell phone at Augusta.
Hey, 10 seconds, Art. Who's your pick?
This week, that's a good question. What about Tom Hoge? He plays here. He's played pretty good lately. I like Tom Hoge for a little pick this week.
Artie, we're up against the clock, man. Appreciate you taking time out. I know you're busy as heck, so we appreciate you taking time out to do this, buddy. And like I say, Brother Jerry will be calling you.
www.theartofgolftravel.com.
Have a good week out there, Artie. Have fun.
All right. Talk to you later.
All right.
We'll
Hey,
see you.
folks, listen, we're going to take a real quick break. When we come back, we're going to catch up with Joe Valentino, who's been out there all day as well. We'll find out what's going on behind the scenes. In the meantime, we had a couple of people join in. Let's see, Andy Torres, thanks, Andy, for chiming in. We still got AJ, Karen, and everybody else listening. Don't go away. Grab yourself a cold one. Golf After Hours. We'll be right back.
Old friend.
Come visit us at
Our
Edwin Watts
hearts
Golf Shops
know you.
by Worldwide Golf for the Cobra Fitting and Bonus Trade-In event happening this Thursday through Sunday. Trade in your old clubs for a 50% bonus trade-in value. And while you're there, get a free custom fitting on the Cobra Dark Speed woods and irons. Schedule your custom fitting online at worldwidegolf.com. Edwin Watts Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf. Get there. There's something that binds us all. The joy of connecting on and off.
Landa Park Golf Course offers an exceptional golf experience to players of every level. This newly redesigned 18-hole public course, nestled along the Comal River, combines a challenging layout with spectacular Texas Hill Country views. Located in the heart of historic New Braunfels, Landa Park Golf Course is convenient to players from Dallas to San Antonio and everywhere in between. Escape the routine. Call the Pro Shop to book your tee time today or visit us on.
Step into this clubhouse and you're stepping into history. Walk this fairway and imagine you're in the gallery of one of the first PGA Tour events, or cross this bridge and know that Nelson, Hogan, Palmer, and Crenshaw each crossed it first. Because this is Brackenridge Park, the oldest 18-hole public golf course in Texas, site of the first Texas Open and home to the Texas Golf Hall of Fame. Set your tee time today and step into history at Brackenridge Park.
Welcome back, everybody, to Golf After Hours. Mike Ratchman here, Dave Roberts, and the man who makes it all happen up in the DFW area, Mr. Marketing Director himself, Joe Valentino. What is going on, Joey?
Hey, gents, how you guys doing?
Nice.
We're doing great. When he started introducing you, I thought we had Jerry Jones on the. He said,
Yeah,
the
I was
guy
gonna,
makes it
I
happen
was
up
gonna
there.
say, I was gonna say, who's Ratchman got on tonight?
I was
So,
just going to say, that was a hell of an introduction. That was a hell. That's probably one of my best ones.
Hey, man, you should be honored with that introduction from a Texas Golf Hall of Fame nominee. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
that's right.
Boy, he's going to bring it up. Thank you, Davey Gravy.
All right, hey, real
If
quick.
it wasn't
real
for you,
quick.
that wouldn't have been there.
A couple things right off the top. Hi to Karen K, because she's one of our faithful listeners. And two is if you want to see the size of the real Wanamaker, go to the Texas Golf Insider, page 7, and what's Valentino got his picture with?
That's right. You do have it.
With the Wanamaker.
That's it. A wannabe with the Wanamaker. I
That's
like
almost as tall as you are.
It is. It's huge. But listen, we're getting rain. It looked like Art was still at Colonial, huh? And so it's
Yeah.
got blue. It's got blue
Yeah, he
skies.
just broke away. We only got him, Joe, for just a few minutes. We're just happy to get him.
Yeah.
Just enough time to get out the artofgolftravels.com.
Yeah,
And-
I see.
Yeah. So he was out there. Okay, man. You went out. Hey, listen, I'll tell you, folks. Johnny, you got that video. Why don't you play the video? It's a 1 minute, folks, and you'll see. You got photos instead? All right, forget about the video then. If we can't get in it, I was going to show the video because it was very cool. I think I sent it to you, didn't I, Joey?
Yeah, it doesn't really show when the things are done, but just to let you know,
Well, tell us about it. We don't have video, man. You were up.
Gil did a great job, man, of getting this thing done in 11 last month. You know, a little bit under 11 months. I was with Adam Scott today in an interview. He calls it a refresh course.
Refreshed.
Yeah, instead of a remodel or renovation, he just said they refreshed this course. And you know what? I forget how cool the Colonial is until you actually go right walking through the gates and you go, wow, I'm at Hogan's home, you know. And the Colonial has kept its old time roots with the refresh. 8's really, really cool now, Mike. You and I have played this course, so it's like 8 to par 3. I'll tell you one thing, on 9, they threw the tip. The tips at 9 now go all the way to the back. It can't go any further. And so, but these guys hit the ball so far. I was watching them on 9, and I go, well, they might have to use a 7-iron in the green. Bullshit. They're all using wedges.
Isn't that amazing? That's just totally amazing what they're. Well, we'll see. They're going to be the first ones to play on the course.
Yeah, well, no, they had a pro-am today. So I was, so that was the first run of the course. I was trying to find a couple of the members so that I'd played with before, because I wanted to talk to them about, number one is how their feelings are, because I'm sure they've walked the course or been in a cart around. And 2 is, where did they go for a reciprocal?
Well, I bet you some pretty nice places.
Well, I bet they went to Dallas Athletic Club, would have been one of them, I'm sure. But the course is looking
Dallas
really
Athletic
good.
Club, Shady Oaks. I mean, we could just name a few gorgeous golf courses that they could have went to. The Trophy Club. So, but you said you were out on the golf course, and I think the main thing with the, as you call it, the refresh, you mentioned that it kept the mystique, and that was the thing with the Colonial. You had to hit it straight. You had to be long, but you had to hit it straight. And then, talking with Art previously, he said that, they kept a lot of stuff. They just, the bunkers are different, which Mike will like that. And is there any other big major changes that you saw out there that people won't recognize when they see it on TV this weekend?
No, because you won't recognize, they won't be showing 8 on TV from the tee box, because they moved the tee box over, so it's just not a straight flight. And the 9 green looks good. 13 is the newly done, so that's on TV. So you're not going to see a lot of different stuff that the TV people will be showing. But I'll be out there because the food's great.
Oh, I'm sure the camera would be on you 100%. You know, we were talking to Perry Maxwell had built that back in 1936.
Yeah,
and you
were talking with him.
No, well, I was talking. When you're talking about Gil,
they hit Nidlicks together.
How do you? when you talk about Gil, how would you like to have the pressure? First of all, it's not a redesign; it's a total renovation, $20 million. So, how would you like to have the pressure? First of all, it's a premier, one of the best country clubs in the United States, and you got to make sure you don't mess Perry Maxwell renovation up. You don't want to do anything different than do the renovation. And hey, listen, instead of 18 months, you're going to have to do it in 11. Did you get any feedback from him about the pressure he was under? Because you and I were there last year, and he goes, I wish people wouldn't say that. He said, That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, no, and it's too bad you don't have the video because it shows him on a bulldozer. He goes, I usually don't do the bulldozing myself, but he was up in the bulldozer.
He got dirty.
He got dirty. The course looks great. The pros they've only been playing 9 holes. Jordan only played 9. They're going to try to get on today, weather permitting. And I disagree with Art. You're going to have ball in hand at least for tomorrow and probably Friday. And these guys will shoot. They're going to shoot double digits. So, Art.
Well, can I give y'all a nugget right quick that you really don't want to know, but you won't forget? Did you know that the original design of Randolph Oaks at Randolph Air Force Base is a 9-hole Perry Maxwell design?
That's right.
If you'd like to see what it looks like, there is a picture of it in the lobby of the original 9 holes that Perry Maxwell designed.
All right.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, folks, if you haven't played there, it's a great layout and a fun layout.
Yeah.
Pick your poison on where you want to tee it up, but and Kenneth Boyce out there, right?
Yeah,
he does a hell of a job maintaining that thing. Hey, Perry Maxwell has done a lot of work around the Texas area.
He's kind of like Joe Finger. It got a stamp on Texas golf.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Okay, so this is the most important question I'm going to ask you, Joe. And, I'm sure you probably know a little bit more about this than I do. You're going to be out there all week, man. What's the appetite look like? What does the menu serve you? Because they only serve the best.
I had, what? Craig Ranch was wonderful with the CJ. And because CJ, instead of hiring out, they let Craig Ranch do the cooking, and that was great. But today I had beef stroganoff and Colonial. Let me tell you something. There's nobody better than the Colonial chefs.
There isn't.
So I do know that Saturday we have steak at noon. Well, come on up.
Come on now.
I'll take
you got your ticket. Dave and I don't have a ticket, man.
Well, the ticket, we got our media passes. But so I know about the steak. Art told me about that. He filled me in on the steak. He said
Art knows about the steaks.
Art knows about the food. But it's looking forward to a good tournament. I'm going off the limb and I'm going with Adam Scott this week.
Wow. That is what.
Only because he has a long putter, but Joe, they're not playing in the leather. Okay. So
he loves the. Well, I'm down to nobody. It's either So now you're just picking.
I'm sure he feels good about you saying that. Oh, I'm down to nobody.
I got nobody, but the next Masters champ, I'll just throw him in. He's toast.
No, you know what? He likes playing the Colonial, number one. He's playing decent. He didn't play good last week, so we're going to give Adam a shot this week. And I last week's cut just killed me, in all my bets. So I don't know what's going to happen here. But, you know,
Well,
like
I've seen the money you didn't make, so I'm not going to go with Adam Scott.
well,
You didn't do well last week.
last
so-
week I got 300 and some thousand points. What did you get? 4?
8.
8. 8.
Yeah,
But,
so
who are you going with?
you know, I haven't even looked at it, to be honest with you.
Well, you don't have,
I
any, more,
usually
you don't
do
have
this
any more free picks.
I do.
right after.
I'm
right
going to take
after-
the hometown boy.
Who
I'm
you-
taking the
who you
hometown
picking?
boy. Jordan.
Well, you know, I think I still have Jordan left.
Every
Uh,
time you pick me, we win. With whatever you pick with me, you win. So
Okay.
if you want to win,
All right.
So Jordan Spieth is your guy. You know, and again, you know what I do after I'm done with the show? I usually grab myself a cold one, go up in front room, bring out the iPad, and start figuring out what I'm going to do.
I'm glad he said iPad. I thought he was going to say IV.
Yeah.
Well, I had to do that after last weekend. I can tell you that. Having a tournament out at Valor Creek requires a lot of fun.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's
And-
Adam. That's Adam's home.
Yeah, no, he put on a great tournament. Hey, Joey, we're up against the clock here. Just want to chime in with you just to see how everything is going. If somebody's coming up to play, we got about 30 seconds. If somebody's coming up to play, can you recommend a couple places that they might want to go to?
Well, right off the top, you can always go to the Colony. All right. The Colony's got 2 really wonderful golf courses, Old American and the Tribute. And they have a 9-hole golf course at the Colony there also, which is really good. I just got some information today that Bridlewood, if you're up by the Fort Worth area, Bridlewood's greens and tee boxes are in great shape. And
How about the public courses, man? Do they got anything going on?
Bridlewood, yeah, those are all public. So I'm
Fort Worth, the Fort Worth public.
Oh, the Fort Worth courses, 2 of them are in really good shape. Meadowbrook is still another year away almost. They're refreshing Meadowbrook.
Oh, he's going to use it, damn it. And
Yeah.
he's gone
But
wokey on us now.
I did not wash my car. I refreshed it.
That, I'm heading up to
I got. You just gave us the new word. I'm going to put it right up here. Refreshed.
yeah.
Hey,
I'm gonna refresh. Boom.
Wait
I'm
till
gonna
the,
go-
hey, wait till the
Yeah, I'm
next
going
time
to
you
go
get the,
refresh my
Hey.
drink here.
next
Yeah,
time
just-
we're all playing and Joe's gonna say, I'm gonna hit another mulligan. I said, is that a refreshment?
That's a refresh call. I'm going out to this place called Diamond Oaks. So I was invited out there today, and I'm also going to be out to see our buddy Keith Harris next week, as I have meetings with them. So Mike,
Nice.
I'll be playing over at Lake Whitney and stuff like that. So life
It's
is
a
going
tough
pretty
job.
good.
You've got a tough
Hey.
job, Joe. I'm telling you.
Hey,
Yeah.
listen, I had to sell toilets for 40 years. Bees.
he finally got out of the shitter and doing something right.
I refresh. I
He
refresh.
I
refreshed.
sorry, you opened up the door on that one, buddy. Hey,
Yeah,
Joey, we
close
gotta
the
let you
lid,
go, man.
please. Close
Have a
the
good
lid.
weekend. Enjoy the Schwab, and we'll catch up with you real soon.
Yeah. Hey, you guys have a good one, and I'll talk to you next week.
Okay, buddy. Take care.
Yeah.
Hey, folks, listen, we're going to take a real quick break. When we come back, we're going to wrap this thing up. Going to do a little one and done, go to the top 5, and then we're out of here. Don't go away. Be right back.
Welcome to the Scott Schreiner Golf Course in the heart of Kerrville, where the beauty of the hill country meets the thrill of the game. Experience golf like never before on a meticulously designed 18-hole course, a golfer's paradise surrounded by nature's splendor. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just getting into the swing of things, our course caters to all skill levels, guaranteeing you have a top-notch golf experience. Discover Scott Schreiner Golf Course, where passion meets play in the heart of the hill country. Book your tee time today and let the adventure begin.
Landa Park Golf Course offers an exceptional golf experience to players of every level. This newly redesigned 18-hole public course, nestled along the Comal River, combines a challenging layout with spectacular Texas Hill Country views. Located in the heart of historic New Braunfels, Landa Park Golf Course is convenient to players from Dallas to San Antonio and everywhere in between. Escape the routine. Call the Pro Shop to book your tee time today or visit us online at landaparkgolfcourse.com.
Are you ready to treat you and your friends to a great golfing experience? If so, it's time to tee it up at the Club at Star Ranch. Located in Hutto, just 30 minutes from Austin, the Club at Star Ranch offers manicured fairways, pure putting greens, and multiple tee options for all skill levels to enjoy. Home of the 4-hour round, the Club at Star Ranch is rated 4.6 stars and strives for course consistency so you and your friends can enjoy that golf experience you deserve. The Club at Star Ranch, where your next round awaits.
Welcome back, everybody, to Golf After Hours. I'm your host, Mike Ratchford. We're going to wrap this thing up. Dave, what's going on this week?
Well, hey, everybody knows that I'm a big PGA Hope guy, one of the leaders in South Texas in the military for that. And my boss, Scott Archer, PGA, he is our assistant director in the South Texas PGA. He's going to join 15 other PGA members November 3rd, and they're going to run the New York Marathon. And what they're trying to do is raise over $150,000. That's their target goal. And if you log on to stpga.com, it'll tell you more about that to help support some of our things like scholarships for colleges, the PGA Hope program, which is a veterans program first, a golf program second, and some of the other programs. And so we want to hats off to him to go run because a while back, Scott was rounder than a quarter pounder. He's lost a lot of weight. He's been training, and we look forward to seeing that. But I do want to say, hey, good luck to Greg Hiller, who is out at the TPC at San Antonio. This week, he is one of the PGA professionals that qualified to play in the senior PGA championship. It's the KitchenAid PGA championship. He's out there, and so we're going to keep an eye on him also this weekend.
Good guy. Both of them are real good, big for the game. Hey, listen, we're going to get this out and we're going to wrap it up. Tyler Hill, he's in first place here for one and done. Hey, folks, if you didn't get in your one and done this year, too bad. We're going to do another one next year. It'll start right after the season cranks out. And then we got Wayne Wagner. I don't know the guy, but he's a cheesehead. He's in second place. Bandit 62. That's Bill Parker. I don't know who Nice Boy at VC is. I have not a clue.
That's somebody at Valor Creek, and there's nobody nice at Valor Creek except Adam, Edwin, and Gaston. So we don't know who that might
be. And then you got J Ratch, Cheesehead brother.
Oh yeah,
who's kind of putting it in my face pretty time while we're here.
But you know who's in 10th place? Shankoponymous.
Shankoponymous.
This is his first year. This is blasphemy. He must.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what. Shanking, he's been shanking lately, and
he was up in third place. Yeah, he did shank a couple.
Yeah, so he's been throwing a couple of shanks out there. Hey, as it gets deeper into the season, there's going to be a lot of shanking going on. I can tell you that. Hey, that's going to wrap it for us, man. I want to thank our guests, Art Strickland, Joe Valentino, for coming on tonight, man. Appreciate it. Those guys were up at the Colonial, and Schwab starts tomorrow. The Schwab Challenge. So if you folks are up around that area, man, a lot of tickets still available. Get to go see a brand new course, man. Do it if you can. I don't think you're going to be disappointed. I want to thank everybody for watching in tonight. Ryan Hill just popped in, and we're popping out. Thanks for popping in, Ryan. But that's it for Dave and I. Folks, listen, we appreciate what you guys do for us every week. watching and sharing, and and it keeps getting better every week. Don't stop now, because some of our numbers have been to the point where it's been very interesting for us to sit down. Thank our sponsors as well, for continuing to support what we do. So keep doing it. As long as you guys keep doing it, Dave and I'll be back every Wednesday night. Until then, rain or shine,
book your tea time, everybody.
Have a great week. Cheers.
Cheers. And don't forget, we're taped for your viewing pleasure later.
Landa Park Golf Course offers an exceptional golf experience to players of every level. This newly redesigned 18-hole public course, nestled along the Comal River, combines a challenging layout with spectacular Texas Hill Country views. Located in the heart of historic New Braunfels, Landa Park Golf Course is convenient to players from Dallas to San Antonio and everywhere in between. Escape the routine. Call the Pro Shop to book your tee time today or visit us online.
Just minutes north of San Antonio on Highway 281, you will find Valor Creek Golf Club in Blanco, Texas. Valor Creek is now offering stay-and-play packages starting at $150 per person per night. Relax in the beautifully furnished Tuscany Heights condominium and walk out your front door and play one of the Hill Country's premier semi-private golf courses. So break away from the city and make Valor Creek the perfect getaway for a peaceful weekend or family outing. Call us now at 830-833-0706 or go to www.bcgc.golf. That's bcgc.golf.
Step into this clubhouse and you're stepping into history. Walk this fairway and imagine you're in the gallery of one of the first PGA Tour events, or cross this bridge and know that Nelson, Hogan, Palmer, and Crenshaw each crossed it first. Because this is Brackenridge Park, the oldest 18-hole public golf course in Texas, site of the first Texas Open and home to the Texas Golf Hall of Fame. Set your tee time today and step into history at Brackenridge Park.